Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty78609. We're just out for a little Tuesday morning drive, and beautiful day. Temperature 58 degrees. Can you imagine? I can't imagine anywhere else I would rather be. I'd rather be right here. But be that as it may, what's going on today? Well, riding along in my 2022 Chevy Bolt electric vehicle, averaging 4.3 miles per kilowatt hour, which I guess is good, according to the service department at the Chevrolet dealer where I bought it. Most people are in the 3s per kilowatt hour. So there's a change coming, guys. I guarantee you there's always change in the world, and I'm part of the world, so therefore I change. Yes, get older. And now that I'm older, what have I learned? Well, I'll tell you what I've learned. I've learned to be more tolerant of other people's attitudes, their appearance, etc. I'm still not perfect at it. I still react to things that are totally foreign to my way of thinking, but I'm better. What else has changed in my getting older? Well, I've slowed down, and for me to get dressed and walk out the door, get in the car and drive off used to take 5 minutes. Now I get up, get dressed, walk out the car, remember I forgot my keys, then go back in and get them. Then I get back to the car and realize I forgot my smartphone, go back and get it. Then I come in, get all squared away in the car, and then I realize I forgot my snack. So I go back and get it. You know what I mean? By the time I pull away from my house or whatever, an hour's gone by. And then when I get back from wherever I go in the house and realize I left the smartphone in the car. And then I realize I left my soda water in the car, or my tea, or whatever. I'll make about 4 or 5 more trips. Is there anything wrong with that? I don't think so. If there is, I don't care, because it's the way it is for me. I've just gotten used to it. And something I'll mention, we're going to call this video the 6th, let's call it the 8th dimension. All right? What that means is this: as you get older, you move into the 8th dimension. Where is that, and why do I say that? Well, where it is, it's a place where old people live, and there's people in this 8th dimension that hide shit from them, okay? And in other words, like, can't find their sunglasses, or they can't find their wallet, or they can't find this, and they can't find that. Well, the reason is they're in the 8th dimension, and these loonies that live in the 8th dimension hide their shit from them. You know what I mean? So, and everybody thinks they call it Alzheimer's and dementia and all that. No, it's the 8th dimension. You got 8th dimension. Yeah, that's what it is. When they talked about the 4th, 5th, 6th, all that. No. Well, this is the 8th. Now, another way you can tell you're in the 8th dimension, and you don't have to be old, is let's say you've got a little screw in your hand, just a small one, about the size of your fingernail or something, just about a 1/4 of an inch long, really hard to hold on to and stuff, and you drop it. Okay, well, now you've dropped it, so you don't want to move, so you can find it. You don't even take a step. You just start looking. You start looking around where your feet are and stuff. It ain't there. You eliminate that. So then you think, well, hell, I'll get a flashlight and we'll find it. Well, you shine around where you dropped it by your feet, and up here, this is a little interruption here of the 8th dimension. This is a border patrol deal here, and they've got some aliens out there in that brush on the right. They got a helicopter out there, all kinds of stuff, and let's see what he tells me here. Maybe they had an accident or something. He's telling me to turn around, I guess. Turn around. The road's closed? The road closed?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's gonna probably be a little while.
Okay, what, did it have an accident?
It's a vehicle's burned. So.
Oh, I saw the smoke.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Get you go that way.
I will. I'll turn around.
Probably, it'll be a while.
No hurry, no hurry. Yeah, well, I wonder what that smoke was. Huh. Vehicle down there caught on fire. But you know what they need to put out here is some of those safety cones. You know, so that if somebody comes around that curve, like me, they got a helicopter here for some reason. And there he is right there. You can hear it in the video, I'm sure. I'll come around here where you can see it. Can you see it there now? But maybe not. But anyway, see, this is the 8th dimension. See, nobody runs into stuff like this. You know, nobody comes out here on a nice, peaceful Tuesday morning drive and has to get turned around by 14, 15, 16 deputies and border patrol and everything else. See, that's what I mean. That proves my point right there. See, that's the 8th dimension. Total proof right there. But be that as it may, you know what I'm talking about. You know, let's just say you're sitting at the table, okay, and you're eating, and you get a spoonful of your favorite food, and you're heading for your mouth, and there's one little piece of meat that falls off the spoon, okay, and it falls, it bounces off your shirt or whatever, and goes out on the floor. Well, you'd think it'd be right there by your feet, right? Well, I guarantee you it ain't, because the little gremlins in the 8th dimension will move that damn thing 10 feet. All right, I guarantee you. And another thing is, you know, you go into you go walking like I did this morning, and come up with a great thought. I thought, hell, I've got a good idea for a video. You know, whatever. You know, I thought, yeah, that'd be a good one. So I finish my walk, get back to the house. The gremlins in the 8th dimension had somehow got inside of my brain and found that neural link and cut it off. That's a true story. That's a damn true story there. No, it happens all the time, man. You old folks know about the 8th dimension. I guarantee you. You didn't know it till now though, because I had to research it. I did a lot of research on this. I mean, I read a lot of books about the 8th dimension, and they're hard. First of all, it's hard to find the books, so that's got to tell you something. And not a whole lot of research been done about it, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Hell, you got proof all around you. You know what I mean? You can walk in a room and then wonder why you're there. Yeah, you know what happened. So those little gremlins in the 8th dimension messing with your neural links in your brain. Can they do that? Hell yeah. They do it all the time. Shit. It's embarrassing, man. Yeah, I've caught them. I've caught them red-handed. What's a gremlin look like? Well, it looks like a ploptonete. You know what a ploptonete is? See, there's another thing you don't know. Ploptonete. Look it up in the dictionary. Or ask Google what a ploptonete is. God almighty. You know, it's embarrassing to have all this knowledge in one brain. Jeez. Anyway, guys, I'm driving down the highway in my spaceship and thinking about the 8th dimension. You know, it's a crazy place to be, but when you get there, you'll know when you get there. You'll know when you're in the 8th dimension. You will know it. I guarantee you. There'll be many times that things will happen, and well, hell, you can drop a coin. Yeah, you can be fumbling around in your pocket, and you'll get some out of your pocket, and you drop some coins on the ground, 1 or 2. They're not going to be right there by your feet. I guarantee you. No, you can forget that crap. No, they'll hit, bounce, roll 20 yards away from where you are, but they're not doing it themselves. It's them damn little old gremlins that pick it up as soon as it hits the ground. They take off running with it. Well, they plop the knees, but you know what I mean. But no, they'll hide that shit from you every time, and they just giggle like hell. You can't hear them, but the older you get, you'll start to hear them a little bit. They giggle a lot, all right? Because they're just jacking with your brain. Well, does it work? Well, I can't remember. Let me have a swallow of my coffee here. Can you believe I drove all the way out there, ran into those Ploptonites, and they turned me around? I'm telling you guys, the world's full of them. The world's full of them. And my car, well, it's getting better. I mean, I had the climate settings, it was showing like 28% usage. I thought, boy, that's a little high. So I called the dealer, and he said, well, it's more than just the car, you know, that reflects. It's some cooling for the battery and stuff. Anyway, you don't need to know that. But we're cruising along here at 40 miles an hour on a Tuesday morning, and I've got me a little snack, and I'm thinking about the Ploptonites and the eighth dimension. Isn't that weird, though? You know what I'm talking about, man. That's what's scary. Anybody that's over, well, I would say 60. At 60, you're just they're just starting on you. They just starting on you. Now, they can hit you every now and then when you're 20. You know what I mean? You know, like you can't find something, you set something on a table or something, you come back a minute later and it's gone. Oh, no, I know what it is, but you don't then. And the 30s, same way. But when you get into your 70s, like me, late 70s, well, you got them then. You know they're there. You don't have to ask. When you find, like me, I found my sunglasses in the refrigerator one day. Now, you got to know that I didn't do that. I mean, that's so far out of character, it's unbelievable. So you know the Ploptonites did it. And, yeah, because I was walking around, I kept hearing something giggling, some laughter, and I walked outside, and I couldn't hear anybody, and I thought, well, I wonder what that is. So I go back in the RV, and I could just barely hear it. And anyway, I just happened to open the fridge to get a beer, and there was my sunglasses. I thought, boy, I bet they're getting a kick out of that. And they did. And they did. Yep. But on and on we go, guys. If you don't make a little bit of a joke out of growing older, like the eighth dimension and the Ploptonites, or whatever you want to, I call them Ploptonites. Is it plop or prop? It depends. There's two tribes. There's the Ploptonites and the Proptonites. And but they're both doing about the same thing, only the Proptonites are a little more conservative. The Ploptonites are a little more liberal. And so, but you know, they're both working on your mind. I'll give you an example. I had an old friend of mine, can't remember his name now. He lives in Kingsland, Texas. He may still be alive. But I went into HEB in Kingsland one day, and he was standing in the produce department. And I saw Grady. I said, hey, Grady, what's going on, man? He said, hell, I don't know. He said, I'm supposed to be at Ace Hardware. And I know what happened to him. So he doesn't know, and he didn't know then. I could have told him that it's the Proptonites that had changed his neural link to Ace Hardware, or excuse me, to HEB from Ace Hardware. You know, they actually get in your brain and jack with your neural networks. I'm telling you, man, they're that good. So just remember, guys, as you get older, those things that are happening to you are not your fault. They're not a damn thing you can do about it. You know, you can't take a pill or whatever. You forget that shit. No, it's the eighth dimension. You just happen to have arrived there, and all I can tell you is enjoy it. Now, to tell you, if you think the eighth dimension is bad, into your 80s and 90s, you move into the ninth dimension. Yeah. And then you really got something. Then you really got something. You know, that's when you forget who you are. I mean, or were, you know what I mean? But anyway, guys, this damn camera keeps going fuzzy and out. I don't know what the hell's wrong with this thing. You know, see, they can see that's what I'm telling you. The Gremlins are doing that right there. They're jacking with my camera. Can you believe that? I mean, I'm telling you, they're making it fuzzy. Damn, I might end the video and piss them off. Anyway, guys, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Enjoy the eighth dimension, keep your health, use the Amazon link, and enjoy your life. Bye.